ready for the truth. They say it sets you free, but in reality, they hide the keys from the youth. The tyrants that promote violence, propaganda and scandal, and prefer your silence. You have that right? Mama said, baby, don't let them break you. Granny said, God will never forsake you. Daddy said, do you cause they ain't make you. That don't mean they for you cause y'all the same hue. Same thoughts become things, so it seems. I had a dream that I found my wings. Cause 9 to 5 ain't enough to get by. Aim for the sky. Gotta keep your head high. Gotta give it your best. Just a few steps left. This is all a part of the test. Life limits, you can find strength in your stress. I remember once upon a time, before I got my shine, just a kid who wanted to rhyme. They couldn't tell me none. I was just focused on that song. Didn't know the power of the tongue. They say thoughts become things, so it seems. I had a dream that I found my wings. Cause 9 to 5 ain't enough to get by. Aim for the sky. Gotta keep your head high. They expect you to give up. Say dare to be different while hoping you'll never live up. Plant seeds now and water it with your hustle. Exercise your mind and treat your brain like a muscle. Play it smart, everything has a price. It gets expensive when you play with your life. Don't play it left unless you're ready to pay right. Stay committed and attack all opposers like Ray White. Right foot, left foot, gotta push forward. Everything you dream of, the universe ordered. The magic or is it the secret? They say knowledge is power and that's why they keep it. That's why I seek it, so I say take heed. Cause a change in the system's a great need. I tell the devil not today, you can't break me. I remain in control so I stay free. They say thoughts become things, so it seems. I had a dream that I found my wings. Cause 9 to 5 ain't enough to get by. Aim for the sky. Gotta keep your head high.
Oh, ayy, I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got my money sitting right where I want it. You just sitting on some change. Yeah, I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got my money sitting right where I want it. You just sitting on some change. Yeah,
I'm on the move, I haven't slept. Can't ever tell what I'm about to do next. See me on top, you not a threat. I'm a boss, yeah, you heard what I said. But they cut me a check. I be the man at the top and you can't tell me nothing about it. You say you the man and you get it, but I really doubt it. Eyes on me whenever you see me pull up and hop out it. All of my money be sitting so pretty, yeah, right where I want it.
Nice.
I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got my money sitting right where I want it. You just sitting on some change. Yeah, I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got my money sitting right where I want it. Ay, you just sitting on some change. Ay, yeah. Y'all too slow, can't catch me, Rolex face got acne, counting up bands in the backseat, even Usain couldn't pass me, my sneakers is clean, my girl is a ting, I'm living in paradise. I'm taking a risk, I gamble for this, I'm touching the paradise. I got some strings to pull, I leave the bull in the past, I had to leave the school to lease the new G class, I'ma go get me a bag, thumbing through all of the cash. Now don't you go flipping the script, act like you know how to act. I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got my money sitting right where I want it. You just sitting on some change. Yeah, I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got my money sitting right where I want it. You just sitting on some change. Yeah.
I'm the king, you can't tell me nothing. You and me are not the same. Got this paper sitting right where I want it. You just sitting on some change. Right where I want it. Right
This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to use the Force for good. Of course, Darth Skywalker, that's my title. Here we go. If I were a Jedi, I could out-rap Busta Rhymes. Going in like Qui-Gon Jinn for the win, I could flow in quadruple time. And at the Canadian border, every time I went on tour, I'd be like, this is not the undeclared MC Lars merch that you're looking for. I could levitate like Yoda, I'd eradicate Ebola. I could pick up girls, literally, even master the viola. I could read all of War and Peace in 10 minutes, entirely in Russian just to say that I did it. I could even catch a golden snitch playing Quidditch.
Wait, wrong movie, innit?
Pod racing up the 101, surpassing Golden Gate traffic. R2 on the roof of my Prius, dude. I could FaceTime holographic. I'd play for the A's and we'd win every game. Resurrect Mac Dre, do it all for the Bay. They'd all say, hey, Lars is neato, and always let me cut the line of El Theralito. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some Jedi rhyme. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. I fought the Sith, and it went this way.
If I were a Jedi, bet I'd get all the ladies. I would knock it more than Dumbledore or Leto Atreides. If you try to strike me down, I'll just be more powerful. If I were a Jedi, that would be hella awesome. Singing do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. And if you don't believe it, you will fail every time.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Hey, 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 hey. It's a trap.
Never think about who that. Only worry about this green, how and when to pursue that. If you ask me tomorrow about today, I would tell you, look ahead, we've been through that. All this talk about dreams, if you knew that I bleed. Since a kid, I could see, I believed. Legendary, no stop on my grind. I hustle harder than the next, cut the check on time. I'm humble, but stay in your lane. Early mornings, late nights in my face. Full of sacrifice, I'm bossed up, and they ain't looking half as nice. I fumbled and fell, but I gave him a smile. Up and over hurdles, yeah, I was stuck for a while, but I'm a winner. Don't you worry about me, surpassing everyone that ever said you ain't gonna beat. I'm living my purpose, so see that. Ain't have to close my eyes, this is dreamland. Worked my whole life for this moment. I'ma own it, I'ma own it, yeah. Dreamers paradise, paradise, paradise. Dreamers paradise, paradise, paradise. So what you gonna do? When they test your strength, gonna crumble. Gearing up for a life unpredictable. It's no worries, I'm indestructible. Trust what you begin, what you see when you envision the greatest on earth. Conversations in the mirror, no shadow of a doubt be cast. Cause in the darkness and light, I'm keeping on the path. Dreamers paradise, paradise, paradise. Dreamers paradise, paradise, paradise. I'm living my purpose, I see it. You have to close my eyes as this dreamland. Worked my whole life for this moment. I'ma own it. I'ma own it. Jesus, paradise, paradise, paradise. Dreamers, paradise, paradise, paradise.
created, and I'm biding my time, calculated and waited for my moment to rise and reap my repentance. My whole life was a lie. Everything I loved and held sacred was spit on, defiled, poisoned, corrupted, and tainted. I died as a human, cast down and forsaken. My soul was exhumed, reborn a one-winged angel. I'm burning this world in hellfire, tearing apart. I've had my revenge, but revenge wasn't enough. Look at these corporations, so much greed and corruption. People are puppets crawling about through the slums. Imperfect and flawed, the undeserving of love. I'm merged with the light stream that emerges a God. And cleanse the world of its wrong as my mother intended. The work of the Son, Alpha, Omega, beginning and ending.
The meanest, the illest, the most villainous killer. Millions rocking the sword and having silver wrists. Product of an experiment going wrong, burn the village down. It's long gone, his name is Black Materia, media spell caster, taskmaster. Many come before, but none come after. Separate off, bet they get the stepping off. Never soft, man, you can't get free, you get your weapon off.
Listen, I ain't scared of you. Really, I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. I cut the head off a snake, so an angel with one wing is next to nothing. Gotta let you know one thing, we are coming. Behold a pale horse, a storm with gale force. His power is unstoppable, and therefore he's at the center of the earth, so we travel there. His shadow flare almost knocked me out my battle gear. The supernova is ferocious, destroy your solar system just to hit us with a dosage. Pluto gone, Jupiter, Mercury roasted. Feel like dying, but somehow I'm focused. Level 99, my combat's explosive. For your heinous crimes, you must be demoted. Limit break, omni slash, blades enter his body fast. Barrett's catastrophe, hit him with multi-shotty blast. Tifa does a part 2, beat rush, somersault, water kick, Sephiroth eats all of it. Emergency, ain't no time for calling 911. How you stop hell? I know, final heaven. We face to face, man to man, sword to sword. His bloody body explodes, and it turns to old. Didn't do it for fame, didn't do it for gain, but I still get a chill whenever I hear the name.
The meanest, the illest, the most villainous killer. Millions rocking the sword and having silver wrists. Product of an experiment going wrong, burn the village down. He's long gone, his name is Black Materia, media spell caster, taskmaster. Many come before, but none come after. Separate off, bet they get the stepping off. Never soft, man, they get you when you get your weapon off. Set it off. Holy. Holy. Holy was the only spell strong enough to defeat Sephiroth and the Black Materia. And only Aerith was in control of Holy. But it turned out that right before Aerith died, she was casting the spell of Holy. But Holy alone could not defeat Meteor. But after the battle, Midgar was almost completely destroyed by Meteor. However, something amazing happened. The life stream completely rose from the planet and helped Holy to destroy the Meteor and restore peace.
After that was finally all over, man, I had to get back to real life. Shoot, I was way behind on school, bills, everything was going crazy. Eventually, man, I got it together, wound up graduating, got a little job. Never really felt fulfilled at the job. So I took a part-time at the studio. You know, I would record cats who actually wanted to be in exactly what I had just been through, but they didn't really want it. They were not ready for it. So in my downtime, I decided to start telling my story. Never really thought anybody would want to hear it, but just wanted to tell my story. We made demos. It was myself, Bat, Chiz. My man O'Henny heard a couple joints that we had done, and next thing you know, he said, we starting something called Rhyme Nation. Rhyme Nation was a collective of like-minded individuals who wanted to make a change. I said, all right, I'm down. He introduced me to the squad, G, DN3, Storyville. We were down at Temple teaching a hip-hop class of all things, and actually picked up some really good pointers down there. Decided I wanted to work on my first album. Called it The Call. Got down with the kid DN3, asked him if he was going to be down with handing me some production as well as handling the mixing. He said sure. During that time, we really built a really strong bond working together, which we'll come back to later. Dropped The Call. Album came out, did pretty well. It's got some pretty good reviews and things like that. Wasn't quite done yet. Decided to work on a remix album of The Call. And around that same time, I grew tired of teaching, so I wanted to move. Wound up moving to Phoenix, of all places. It was just one of those things, man. I felt like Phoenix kind of called me. So, made that move. Next thing you know, I'm trying to write the next album, and hip-hop was boring. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't make a hip-hop album anymore. So I decided to sit down, turn off the beats, and just start playing video games again. Went through some old emulators, played all the good ones, man. The Metroid, Link to the Past, and I dusted out the Mega Man. Started playing the Mega Man, started reminding myself of all the really cool tunes. The next thing you know, I said, I'm gonna make an album out of this. Called up DN3, he was like, man, you crazy. I said, yeah, I know, but I can't think of anything else to do. I think it could work. So we did it. Next thing you know, I'm getting emails from Capcom saying, hey, we heard you working on some kind of Mega Man project. And I'm like, wow, ain't this something? This is when I really started to learn the power of the internet. So Capcom hears the project. They actually like it. They say, hey, Comic-Con's next month. You want to come out? I say, sure. I go out to Comic-Con. I'm chilling. I got a booth. I'm signing stuff. And I think that's some really cool stuff for, a kid from the hood being out there signing autographs at Comic-Con. Pretty good. So at the Comic-Con, a movie comes about called Second Skin. And this movie is all about video game addiction, which is something I know nothing about. But anyway, throughout that, they thought that my song, Grow Up, would be a perfect song on the outro. And I said, I agree. Shoot, it's my song. I'm going to make some royalty money. Yeah. So on the closing credits, they would play Grow Up. However, they were like, we're not sure about this sample issue. You don't own this. You got this from Capcom. Like, don't play around with that. So he said, we're not going to use it unless you can get a license for it. And I'm like, license? I know nothing about that stuff. So I decided to just kind of wait on it and get some remixes. Hopefully, maybe I'll get some sample-free stuff that they want to work with. Meanwhile, they have a lawyer named Peter who's on the team, and Peter started hitting up Seth, my guy at Capcom, and was like, yo, we really want you guys to give him a license for this stuff. It's some good music. Next thing you know, this is all going on behind my back. I didn't know it. But next thing you know, I get an email, and it says, like, Capcom's blessing for Mega Man comes through. And it says that I have a full exclusive license to use the Mega Man material. And I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm excited, I'm telling everybody, and, we were already selling it and traveling with it and stuff, but this is really cool to be able to have that backing. So the first thing I did, man, I called the dude that did my artwork and was like, yo, let's slap the logo on this bad boy to keep it moving. So put the Capcom logo on, kept it moving. I did a couple more albums after that, did the Patches and Glue, did the 8th Day. Then the online Hip Hop Awards fiasco came about where I got all my fans to kind of support, and I said, hey, if you guys go on and do this, I'll make a new game album based on the Mega Man 9 game. Needless to say, long story short, they got me the votes I needed. However, some politics came down and they wound up cutting me out of it. I guess I wasn't popular enough. I didn't kiss enough butt, whatever. So they took me out of it. But since they came through, I did Mega Man 9. So I did a Mega Man 9 album called Mega Ran 9. This led to some real success. There was a little tune called Splash Woman. You might have heard that. That's been on a couple cool places. Fast forward a little bit, man. Working with Japan, River City Records. Myself and K Murdoch meet up. Just mutual fans of each other's work who wound up working together to create the Forever Famicom album. That's coming out overseas now, so a lot of cool things happening with that. Man, took a trip to Florida to play a gig, and I didn't have anything to listen to, so I pulled out my PSP, and I had Final Fantasy VII on it. And that was how the Mega Ran meets Final Fantasy VII album came about. Because when I started playing through, I remembered all of those sleepless nights of me sitting in front of this TV trying to level up my characters. So, for Mr. Nobuo Uematsu and everybody at Square Enix, this is for you guys. Mega Ran, Final Fantasy VII. Thank you for listening. Thank you for playing. Peace.